Today is November 5th, 2023. We just finished doing rough editing with music video from Caroline Blue called My Fingers, and right over here we have Movie Mike. He was on helming the board and going through everything and having to endure my direction on everything, you know, that stuff. So so now that this rough draft is done and we're getting pretty close to it, how do you feel about everything?
I feel great, man. I feel like we did a lot of work during the first day of editing, and I didn't realize how little we would have to do on the second day. So just knowing that we're getting out of here at a good time, we made good timing today, and the video is in really good shape, ready for what's next.
So do you feel like well, you can actually tell the people out there in the net what is next, like what's left to do?
So we're going to be exporting it, and then we're going to add some rolling credits to the back end of it. And then what I have to do is take the credits, drop it in there, and then take the ending scene and just like move it.
Spoiler!
Yeah.
There's an end credit scene in this. Probably this thing will be released by the time we get to this interview, or it might be before. So, but definitely keep watching past the credits. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. So once we drop that in there, the only other thing I would mention, and we don't have to go that route, but if you wanted to add a little grain to the video, that's another option we could take. But other than that, I would say that it's about 98% done. Just a few more finishing touches, and then it'll be golden.
And then it'll be released in 2027. Anybody who knows about that. So, with everything that's been going on, is there anything that you think that you would do differently? Anything that sticks out, kind of like, oh, I wish I lit this better, or in a different way, or like maybe I wish I'd gotten this angle or something like that, without going too much into spoilers in case we release this early before the video.
Yeah, there's a few things that I could probably address in hindsight, like more shot variations of certain coverage that we got during the scenes, maybe just some alternate angles to throw in there. Make sure that I'm tack sharp on all the shots. I know I was a little soft on some of them. And then just really paying attention to the script that you had at hand so that I could get inside of your head a little bit quicker.
Well, that's a horrible thing. Getting inside my head, that's a freak show. Awesome. So when going through a process like this, how was that different than, like, let's say, working with other people? And good and bad. I mean, and don't worry about, you know, if it's bad, it's okay, because I learned from this too, you know. So
no, I actually prefer this process to work. I've only done this with a couple of people, but I really enjoy it when the artist comes and sits here and basically directs me to do whatever editing they need. It speeds up time. We end up becoming more efficient, and you're getting the exact results you want in real time. So we don't have to send the project back and forth, and like, this is just so much better. And I like that you had this whole entire thing right down to the edit all in your noodle. That's a lot of stuff to hold in your head, man.
That's why my head's so damn big. Yeah, I mean, even down to labeling everything and all that stuff. I just wanted to try to make it so we got to this day. It was as efficient as possible, because I know, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of artists, not to badmouth anybody or anything like that, because they're artists, so they get their footage and it's all this mess of stuff, and just, here you go, it's all yours, you do it, you deal with it, you fix it and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, I mean, we'd still be here organizing if it was the case, right?
It's a nightmare sometimes. Editing could take anywhere from like 8 to 16 hours usually per video, and it all comes down to how organized.
Oh, sorry about that. We got interrupted there. I guess it's one of the ghosts here at the Light Factory in Binghamton, New York. I believe here. Just they're probably like, who the hell is that guy? And me and going like, get the hell out of here. Anyway, so what we were talking about here is when I know, like, typically when artists come in with footage and stuff, they just basically dump it on you.
Oh yeah.
And just like everything's the way it is, it's haphazard. They say, you take care of it. What was this process like a little bit differently? Because I mean, spoiler alert, I didn't do that. But how much, was it much easier? Did it help your workflow better with everything being prepared?
Yeah, it definitely helped with you sitting there with me and walking me through the files that you had already organized. That there alone, just watching footage, especially if it's not your own footage, if you have to sit there and watch somebody else's footage and then make mental notes of where all the best points are, that takes hours. And you had already did that with the best takes and you organized them. So it really just, it was a matter of us just previewing the sequence to see if it's where it's going to go next. It flowed really smoothly, and I believe that we got it done in record time, man. What is this, like 11 hours or something so far that we've put into it?
Something
maybe
like that, yeah. And the majority of it, like you said, was the first day.
And this is like a short film.
Yeah, it's kind of evolved from
Yeah.
a music video. It's kind of like both. Was there anything? Well, let me ask you this. Did you think slow-mo would be in the play so much? There's actually a lot of that. Just a little spoiler there, but and how do you feel about that?
I'm happy for it because I know, for one thing, slow-mo and zooming, all that kind of stuff could save your project, because there's certain things that we can't always account for when we're shooting, and that's pacing. Pacing always ends up in the editing room. Like, that's how you figure out what the story's gonna be. And so, yeah, I would say that would definitely help out a bit.
And was it just with Premiere? It's just Adobe Premiere was used for the editing here. Did you find any complications that couldn't be fixed, I guess, with
Not really. I had a little bit of a hiccup. I started your project on a 1080 timeline, which means every shot that I brought in, I had to downscale because it was in 4K. And then at the end, I had to convert it back to 4K, which didn't take that long. It took like 5 minutes to convert it all back to 4K. But
I fell asleep while that was going on.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you nodding off over there.
And there's photos. Okay. The equipment that you used outside of Premiere and stuff like that, what type of cameras, lenses, lights, anything that, would you want to use something different, or was that great for the job, and did that just worked and everything was good?
So the camera is sufficient. It got the job done. But if I could have, I'd rather have shot on a cinema camera, so that we could have shot in RAW, and then you could really control the image that way. The camera that I shot was okay, but where I ran into some issues, and this is like something that I was dealing with before I even worked on your set, was I was using Canon lenses with a Fujifilm camera, and there's a connection error there somewhere. So I would constantly have to reboot my camera, like take the battery out and then put it back in and restart it. Every time we had to like stop a shot. So that, even though we flowed right through that stuff, that kind of stuff slows you down as a cinematographer. So yeah, in hindsight, I guess some cinema camera would have done better.
Okay. How about the lights?
The lighting, so I used mainly for the key light, I used an Aperture 300D punching through a scrim. And then for a lot of the run and gun stuff, which came in big handy, we used the Nanlite Pavo Tube 30Cs, and we had about 3 of those on set. And as long as they're charged, that light is so diverse, man. You could use it for literally anything. And that's what we did with that. You'll see in the video.
Yeah, because especially the location where we were at Hillcrest Judson Estates in Casanova, New York. How was it like filming there in both the wonderful, beautiful locations as well as the not so beautiful locations. So to speak.
Yeah. So the house itself is beautiful. It's pretty much a dream for shooting. It depends on what kind of film you would shoot there, though. Because as you noticed when we were filming there, there's windows all over this house. And if you want to control the light and kill the light and make it more moody, you'd have to block out all those windows. Luckily, the shoot took place during the daytime, so we could actually have windows with light coming through them in our shots, and it didn't look too bad. What I did to control the shadows was I had a little piece of foam board. It was a black piece of foam board, and that's what I would use is what's called negative fill. It just takes away some of the light from your face, so it's not completely beauty looking. It has more of a character to it. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and there was a use of fog in this, plus the bunker scenes we were doing. How were things with those?
So the bunker, you know, it was a little stuffy down there. A little.
God damn you, ghost! Ah, man, I tell you, yes, okay. I'm sorry I blew up the bathroom. Anyway, we were talking about shooting in the bunker and with the fog machine. And so how was things like with that, and any particular things that stand out between that and even in the house too? Anything that you can remember? It was a year ago.
Yeah. Well, I do remember going down those metal stairs, or that metal entryway. It was really tight down there. I wasn't sure what I was like getting myself into. But once you actually got down inside the bunker, there seemed to be a good amount of space down there. It was a little stuffy, a little hot. But Linda had a really nice setup down there, especially for the scene that you had with the, I can't remember her name, Dynamite or Jennifer.
Or Miss This.
Yeah.
Megan.
Yep.
Meg.
So you had the scene with her there, and then on top of that, what else did we do down there? Well, we also shot in that building for your performances as well. And we utilized fog and stuff for that. Your performance, really what I wanted to do with the lighting was kind of give you like a big hair band kind of look, you know, like that. It's kind of like a throwback look to it.
I'm a throwback guy.
And then, you know, I really wanted to, this is just a personal thing that I do, but I love moving the camera to your energy in the song. So like that's something that you might not always want, but when it's allowed, that's my preferred style of shooting is handheld and like really loose and violent with it. I love the way
kind
it
of like
looks.
during fight scenes and like modern cinema and stuff like that, but just taken out of that context and just using it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just really adds so much energy to it as opposed to just like having it static.
Okay. Also, just was there anything? Well, we're talking just about the performance thing. I think if I remember right, we were going to do, originally we were going to have like the entire lineup that I had at the time there, and then that disappeared with the smoke. Did you anticipate all that smoke and everything there, and even like having an experience where it's a one-man band in a sense?
Yeah, I thought that we were going to be, I thought we weren't allowed to use smoke at all, so if I could have it my way, I'd put haze or smoke in everything, just because it adds a filmic look to it. But I was surprised that we were allowed to do that out in the shop there. And then
we definitely couldn't have done it in the house. I know that for a fact because I did ask about that.
Well, I remember also you wanted to do some outside performance shots with the band, but some other stuff happened.
Yeah, things just fell through with all that. So was there anything like, right now I'm having a brain fart at the moment, so forgive me here, but we're going to go to the next thing. Hopefully I can remember that. What are some upcoming projects that you're involved in?
Okay, so we just launched our page this year called Gold Ribbon Media YT, YouTube. And on that page, we have a various amount of entertainment. We have short films, we have some documentaries, we have some music videos. And most recently, we just launched our very own TV show called Into the Unknown. And it's a paranormal investigation show where we go inside the homes of regular civilians and we investigate to find if there's any activity there.
Oh, nice.
And that, you know, it's...
Is that where the ghosts come from? They follow you here? And
they seem to cling on to me everywhere I go, man.
Klingons. I'm going to get in trouble for saying Klingons and doing the Vulcan thing.
But man, that show, if you guys could check it out, I'm sure there's something in there for you if you like paranormal entity type of content. But also there's comedy in there. We're a couple of goofballs just performing in front of the camera, and sometimes our genuine fears come off as comedy in the show. So
nice. What vehicles in terms of like outlets, like social media type places and stuff like that, where can you see these?
So right now it's on YouTube, but if you want to follow the journey and keep updated on everything that's going on, you're going to want to add us on Facebook. We have Into the Unknown on Facebook, and if you want to follow our company, we have Gold Ribbon Media also on Facebook. So check us out and let us know what you think.
All right, awesome. Well, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you very much for all the hard work that you put into this. It's awesome. I can't wait till you guys see what we come up with here. It's awesome. And thank you very much. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.
A few moments later.
I just want to keep it going because we're so close to 6 and see if it shuts off.
Okay.
Because you can
Look, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom.
6 minutes.
I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta wait here until you think,
Right.
it's a good thing I got double pants on,
Got that filter.
Yeah,
Got that
well,
filter
that doesn't
in
help
between.
because the other end's coming too, so it's like, it's a brown chair, so it's okay, it'll blend in.
Yeah. Just polish
almost
it.
6:30.
Polish it.
so
Put some
I
pledge
don't know.
on there.
Yeah,